It's 7 o'clock in the morning, bud.
Where's Jim going?
Jim's going to a new construction to do the frame walkthrough with his clients.
Heck yeah. All right. It is Monday, no, December 8th, 12/8. If you add those together, that's 20. And if you add 2 and 0 together, that's 2, which means it's time to hear from you. What are your wins or celebrations? Something you're just dang proud of?
Getting ready to do a third listing, hopefully by today.
Heck yeah. Look at you. Surround yourself in greatness, and you shall find it. Love it.
Facebook notified me that they're going to start paying me for my content.
Yeah, they are. She's now an influencer, my friends. Ooh, we have royalty among us.
On that topic, I've been messing around with that Sora, and I posted something last night, and my wife and my kids just started dying from the other side of the house. That stuff is
I
funny.
mean, that
Your
means it's
videos
working.
are good.
We'll have to go find it. Is it on your Instagram or your Facebook?
Facebook.
All right. Everyone go find Eric Ward on Facebook. Blow him up. And Aaron, too. Let's get her paid.
Aaron's are great. I don't know how Aaron does it, but hers don't even look like they're AI. It looks like Aaron was acting in it, like legitimately, because there's no like mistakes or anything. Her prompts are just that good.
Sometimes some of them I have to rewrite maybe 4 or 5 times. But then a lot of times I go with the original one just because it was better.
Actually, it looks like Eric. It looks like you in yours. Right front of my house, Sam breaking it down. Breakdancing Santa. It actually looks like Eric too. His big ears and goofy smile. Love every minute of that, Bubba. Well, guys, we did it. We had 2 shares already. Now we need one more.
I have a closing today and I have a new listing.
There we go. That's 4 total wins. I'm proud
I
of you.
got 2 contracts this week.
There you go, Scott. I'm going to call Scott out publicly. He and I have to have a one-on-one soon. It's been too long.
Yes,
And
indeed.
this call just turned into a top producer mastermind.
It always is. You guys didn't know that? This has literally always been a top producer mastermind. I don't care if you're a brand new agent. Surround yourself around those that you want to do business like, and you will.
Amen.
People grow into the conversations you have around them. That is a bold law that I fully believe in, and that's why I have big conversations around you guys. I want to make sure that you all step into massive lives, whatever that means for you. If you want to set the world on fire, fantastic. If a massive life for you is just a life of comfort and ease, that's awesome. That's massive. How you feeling today, Audra?
Good. Great.
Good. Good. For those of you who made it out to the Big Rock party, we were excited to have you. It was a blast, a good time. Christina, thank you again for bringing your photo booth. That was amazing. Lots of fun pictures on that one.
Super fun.
I wish I took more pictures. I was just in the moment.
Oh yeah, that's what we want. More in the moment. It was just a good time. Lots of energy.
I do believe I called Maggie Aaron though by accident.
That's not a bad thing.
We were having a conversation about again AI and Aaron using AI to generate videos, and then I see you, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Aaron!" I was like, "Oh shit, that's not Aaron, it's Maggie."
It's all right. We're both pretty gangster and we're both from Detroit, so it's cool.
Both dangerous to misname. Just saying. You're lucky you made it out alive, Eric.
Oh, yeah. No, I am very lucky. Thank God I had to use the bathroom.
I'm gonna put some more FOMO on there. Did you guys enjoy yourself?
I hate that I had to miss it.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of good conversations, really good food.
Yeah.
I would like someone to tell Jessica what she missed because Miss Hoberg left right before the puzzle and the prize games. So
Yeah, Jess's kids would have been the ones going home with that freaking spear-tipped bow and arrow toy. Well, it's not even a toy, an actual weapon.
It was in
It
fact
was a
my
weapon.
actual weapon, but no,
I'm so bummed I missed it.
you
My
should
kids
be.
were so excited. It was on my calendar. I was sick in bed, so
Well, stay
I
home.
didn't want either.
That's the rule. If you're sick, stay home.
Yeah.
You'll get there next year. Now, Christina really misses the fact that she missed it last year because she was sick. So she made up for it this year by bringing the party with her.
I was seriously bummed last year.
Yeah.
So we'll do it again next year.
Yeah. I
Thanks
had
for
a
having us, Dan.
and a cough.
There was like 75 people there at one point. So, and we didn't run out of food, which is a good thing. So now I think I got the number dialed in just right.
Until I get there next year.
Until
Hey.
next year.
Sam made it all the way from Washington. So I'm just saying.
I know, Jim. What's your excuse?
He
I
didn't
didn't know Phoenix was so close.
He genuinely didn't know Phoenix and Tucson were so close.
Dan's a lot more muscular in person. I thought he was like scrawny and short. No, he's pretty tall and muscular.
That's funny.
I don't know if I would have labeled Sam as tall.
Taller
Okay.
than he looks on the camera, maybe, I guess, because he's always sitting.
Could be the thing, yeah.
Is he taller than you, Big Dan?
He's
No.
the same height as me.
Yeah, Sam
I'm 5'2".
small man.
Oh.
I mean, and the funny thing, Eric's saying that Eric's like 7 foot tall. So I kept pointing at Eric's wife, thinking it was my sister because they look so much alike. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I got that mixed up at one point in time. It was really awkward.
Like his wife is a tall blonde, my wife or his wife's tall blonde, and my sister's a tall blonde, and like across the room they looked the same.
Yeah.
Although my sister's wearing a purple shirt. So
We were doing the white elephant, and I had my wife on one side and Dan's wife or sister on the other side. And I was talking to Dan's sister, thinking it was my wife. My wife's like, "What are you doing?"
yeah,
This
good
call
stuff.
just got weird.
Good stuff, guys. This is Eric. He's my new transferred brother-in-law. Well, guys, I want to say thank you so much for all that. I just want to put some more FOMO out there because if you missed it, you suck. I'll see you guys next year. But today I want to talk about something that I think is important that we talk about because just as we move into the holiday season, into the new year, I want us to move in with intentionality. Has anyone ever heard the term state-dependent memory? Has anyone ever seen the movie Beer Fest?
Definitely.
Okay, in the movie Beer Fest, they get super drunk and they get invited to this party, this competition of beer drinking. Yes, if you've never watched the movie, it's one of the dumbest movies you can possibly entertain yourself with, but it's if you want some vulgar good time, it's a vulgar good time. Well, anyways, in that movie, they talk about state-dependent memory, where they get super drunk, they go to this party, and then they try to go back the next year and they can't find it. Well, they come across someone that says, "Hey, well, you're not in the right state of mind to find it." Well, then they had one of the guys get super drunk, like we're talking blackout level, incredibly not alive, drunk level, and then he goes, "It's this way," and they find it. He walks right to it. Well, what they're exposing there is actually a fun psychological anomaly, which is called state-dependent memory. When you are in a certain state of mind, when you learn something, the environment, what's in your body, like what you've ingested, caffeine, drugs, or otherwise, your level, like could be stressed out or calm, is what you are going to recall in. So that's why when we're in practice scenarios, you, me, or you and your scripting partner are able to script these objections back and forth. But when it comes to real play, you get tripped up, you get confused, you stress out, and you freeze up. Any ever been there? I can get it right in practice, but when it comes to the actual application of it, I freeze. That is because of state-dependent memory. Because when you practice in the same state you need to perform in, then that memory stays there. But most of us don't practice in a state of mind that's frenzied, stressed, combative. Now, some people say, well, if you practice in a calm state of mind, just practice staying calm. Is that reality? Right? You get a seller that's aggressive or a buyer that hits you with an objection from nowhere. You can't just go, Okay, I can answer. You're going to look a little silly. But if we're practicing in the same state every single day, and that's just the flat, level, even keel, focused, in the moment, in the zone, ready for anything, then of course, when you're in that position, you're ready for anything. How can we transfer that into being able to perform at a high level during places of stress, distraction, maybe a little uncalibrated moments? You don't know what I'm talking about? Has anyone ever missed their exit on the freeway?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel in that moment?
Dang,
Stressed.
Rest,
Yeah.
right? Those are the type of environments we should practice in. Not that I want you to go miss your exit and then have a scripting call. I want you to think about those moments that stress you out and then practice the lead objections. Think about the time you stubbed your toe when you were in pain or frustrated. You are going to conjure up elements of that moment, maybe not to the high peak of the pain reaction, but you are going to update your stress protocol. And from there, we get to practice an anchor on purpose. What are some other ways that we can anchor state-dependent memory? Well, if you prepare for a tough conversation when you're chill, you need to get to chill as fast as possible. Anyone ever seen a fight or a boxing match or like a cage fight or something like that? You got the two different types of fighters. One of them is jumping around, hyping themselves up, slapping themselves in the face, getting energetic. You ever seen that?
Mm-hmm.
What's
Yeah.
the other type?
Just standing there,
Yeah.
Waiting.
waiting, yeah.
Because which one do you think has a more anchored state? The one that needs to get into it by jumping around like, high energy, very animated, maybe physically accostive? Or is it the person that just has to put themselves back in that position?
Well, it might be different for that person. I don't know.
It might be. But I'll tell you that the most successful people in fighting arts are calm.
Mm-hmm.
The most successful people in high stakes negotiations are calm. The most successful people in any type of high stress environment have skilled themselves to a point of being able to calm the water around them. Some do it by a mantra, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. Some do it by maybe music, right? Anyone get challenged by music? You get music touches my soul,
Yeah.
getting the vibe, right? Maybe it's a smell. Anyone ever heard of smelling salts? Yeah,
Those
Jason.
things are brutal.
Jason's like, oh, all right.
Those things are brutal.
What if you were to take some smelling salts right before you practiced a listing presentation? And then when you were going to a listing, you took smelling salts right before you walked in. Yes, you're going to look like a rabid terrier on cocaine, but are you not anchored to the same state? Right? You guys know why I use little bits of humor in our classes every day?
Keep it lighthearted.
No.
Fun
Because
to have.
because I'm anchoring a point in your mind.
I'm gonna find the mute button and say that.
What's that?
As I was trying to find the mute button and say anchoring. It's not working.
It's about anchoring, right? Because it's a different state of mind. It's not just chill and relaxed and receiving a message. It's, oh, that came out of nowhere. And what it is yes, it's humor, but it's also triggering a change in your state that was unseen. It's actually a stressor. Because your state of mind is the doorway to your recall. And just like in the movie Beer Fest, where they drank themselves to a state of mind to remember things, you can put yourself in a state to be able to remember the lessons, to be able to remember the objection handling, to remember the state of mind you need to be in. That can be a physical change, like maybe it's locational. Instead of practicing your buyer and seller presentations on the phone, why don't you move to a desk or a kitchen table and do it on a laptop? That way you've changed your physical location.
Anytime I had to do like a presentation, even in high school, I would like literally pull up a laptop or something and like practice it in my room. Like the pauses and everything like that. And it was so much easier once I would actually get in front of people. I was like, I did this yesterday.
But there's one element here that reigns true. Are you going to be successful if you don't practice? No.
No.
Jake likes to make jokes about me being a script master. Every time someone has an objection or something that they're working through, and I just happen to be around, my brain comes up with a script for it. It's because I remember the tough situations. I remember the hard negotiations. I remember all the times someone bested me, and I practice in the emotion of that moment.
What do you mean by bested?
Beat.
Oh.
Someone was better than me at scripting. Someone was better than me at whatever it was. I remember those moments where I felt powerless, and I practiced around them so that when those moments happened again, I didn't succumb back to the energy of lose, the energy of loss or less than. I stayed in a powerful place. 20 years ago, the Dan that you see in front of you didn't exist. 18-year-old me would not stand in front of a group of people, would not command a room for teaching or lessons. Hell, wouldn't even go out of his way to talk to a girl. I was shy as hell. I used my best friends to pick up chicks to be like, hey, go tell her I think she's cute. go give her this note for me and say, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? Check this box. And then most of them threw it back at me and laughed. Not that I'm not different now, but I'm saying in time, we learn how to evolve past stressors. And in those moments of, oh my God, what do I do? We fall back to the lowest level of our preparedness. So if we're prepared in only moments where things are supposed to be perfect, how are you going to handle when things aren't? If we only prepare for when things are going easily, like we have easy scripting partners. You guys know what I'm talking about when your scripting partner's a little too agreeable. We don't know how to handle that tough side of things. So some things you can do to create some bookmarks in your brain is when you're dealing with a situation that you've dealt with before and you've come up with a really good solution around it, think about it. Anchor it to a smell, a sight, a sound, a song. Any of the senses will help you recall where that's at. Another thing is body positioning, is getting yourself back into a state of mind. If you are sitting down, most of you guys are in a position where you're sitting or hunching, right? Do you feel powerful sitting down, kind of curled into a ball, leaning forward?
Negative.
Right?
Get in a power pose.
What is a power pose, Christina?
Something I learned to do long time ago before an interview. It's kind of the context I learned it in. Instead of sitting in the waiting room, legs crossed, hunched over, I would take a second, go into the bathroom and literally do that. Yeah. Like Superman pose, take up space, be really big.
For those of you who didn't see me on camera, right? I'm making myself big. I'm making myself real big. I'm a big scary bear. Nothing can scare me. I'm a big scary bear. No, it's putting yourself in a position of power. You're not small, you're not meek, you're not suffering into your own smallness. You're standing proud. You're Superwoman. You're Superman. You're unfazable. You do that before interviews. You do that before tough conversations. You do that before meeting and greeting new friends. When you take a moment to compose yourself, what are you composing into? What state of mind are you hunting? Or are you just hoping something feels better? It can be as simple as changing your breathing pattern. All right, we're going to do an exercise right now to anchor an element of calm. You ready? Okay, something stressful is in your life. Something stressful is happening right now. Can you think about it? Something super stressful. Jim, you just missed your exit. Oh my God, what are you going to do? Jim's like, there hasn't been an exit for 17 miles. I'm in Northern California. All we see is trees and hills. All right, we're super stressed. We're out of stress. Okay, 3, 2, 1, inhale.
Turn.
Exhale. Just that simple. Anyone feel their brain kind of tingle a little bit just to get out of that stress moment? Do it 4 times in a row and see what happens. Right? Take 16 seconds with me, right? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. How about now? Breathing patterns are one of the easiest ways to change your ability to change a state of mind. You don't need external. You don't need smells and thoughts and music and all kinds of stuff. You just need to remember here and now, right in the moment. If you're feeling small, make yourself big. By feeling small, I mean like not just your stature, but maybe you just feel inadequate. I don't feel like this is the environment I need to be in, or I'm not feeling very charismatic or friendly or social. Make yourself feel big. Confidence is charismatic. Confidence is also calm. Confidence can stand in the center of the room, but confidence can also hang out in the corner. Whatever it looks like for you, that's fine. So make yourself a bear. Make yourself Superwoman, right? Hands on the hips. I know Jason loves to be Superwoman. Well, Dan, it's not fair because you're 6'3" and 450 pounds. I'm not that big, but makes me feel better. It's easy for you to feel big because you are big. No. I will always remember Seth Rainey. Seth Rainey was this tiny little kid in my school. He was 5'2", all of like 90 pounds his freshman year. Okay. Every one of us hit our growth spurts. We're all getting up to 6 foot. Seth held on to that 5'2" as long as he could. Then came football tryouts. And coach wanted to put people up against me because I was the determining factor if you were going to make the team or not. There were few people on that field that were as mean as me. And if I hit you and you kept playing, you were on the team. Seth and I got put together in what we called Oklahomas, and they were just a tackling, fitness, and aggression drill. Seth didn't stop. He came at me with every ounce of vigor he possibly could. That energy never let up. 4 years I played football with this kid. In 4 years, he was the toughest kid on the team. You don't have to be big to be big. He was fierce. He was ferocious. He knew that if I drove through you, I could get to where I'm trying to go. But off the field, he was a small, quiet, shy little kid. But when it came to performance, he showed up. Every one of you have the ability to do the same thing. And that is to be better at anchoring your state-dependent memories to situations that you deal with every single day. Raise your hand in the last week if you've been tired. Yeah, the rest of you are lying. Raise your hand if you've been overwhelmed. Right? Yep. And God say, I fear it. Have you been stressed? In these moments of tired, overwhelmed, stressed, under-rested, hungry, man, some of you people, real hangry, right? If you haven't eaten, your brain doesn't work. But you still take phone calls. You still get people calling you up saying, hey, we got a Zillow call coming in, wants to see this house at 123 Main Street. Are you practicing to be able to handle those tough conversations, which are just usually introductions, when you're not in the most positive states of mind? Am I connecting this morning?
Sometimes that's the mental shift I need, Dan. Sometimes I'll see a call if I'm in a headspace and I'm like, ah, man, like I do not feel like having this conversation. And then I go, you know what? Because it's going to snap you out of it. And I'll just have the conversation. And the next thing I know, I'm like laughing with a client or I'm just in a completely different headspace.
Yeah. God knows I have. Most of you have seen me. If you've been in my office, you've seen me take a phone call I don't want to take. But you're right. It snaps you out of it. Right? I don't want to do it. Doing it gets you out of it. Movement, taking a breath. Usually, I'll guarantee this, before Christina takes that phone call, I bet she does this. Answers the phone.
100%.
Because what she's doing is she's forcing a breathing pattern to interrupt her current mental state. For me, I see it as inhale good, push out bad, do what I need to do. My
Dan,
wife
was
sees
also,
it as, go ahead, Mara.
I was also taught like 3 deep breaths and then make yourself smile. I know
Yeah.
it sounds awkward, but it helps your brain. Also, real quick, guys, I put a cool end of year questionnaire in chat. I just found it helpful for the last couple of years, so I shared it.
I don't see the chat. Oh, there it is. Right. Yeah, you shared that last year. I like that. But when we change our relative states, guys, can we do better? Can we react better? Can we recall better? Can we perform better? Yes. So take a moment, take a breath. Anchor it to a belief system, a thought process. Change your physical state. Any other thoughts, questions, comments? You got 2 minutes. And if you haven't done so in the chat, take the questions. What did I change my mind on this year? What created energy this year? What drained energy this year? Who were the boat anchors in my life? What did I not do because of fear? What were my greatest hits and my worst misses? And what did I learn this year?
I have a question on that. The boat anchors, Mara, are those like in a good way or a bad way?
Well, I took it as negative and I didn't do a who, but a what. So I think, you can adjust it to what you feel.
I think who is a more powerful question. Do we not have people in our life that are a little bit anchors?
Yeah, I kind of was initially I read it the other way, like who anchored me and kept me like from going off into the waves or whatever, you know what I mean?
That's such a positive view. Way to go.
And that's great. If you look at it that way, who was my anchor this year? Like what were the things that created foundation in my life? Where was I able to build on? I can say a lot of it to you guys. Yes, I'm the master coach and I'm here to be your guide, but this is collective. We are sitting at a round table. I'm not at the head of it. We all learn from each other, do we not?
Yes.
Yeah. Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. And Aaron Jacobs is now a recognized Facebook influencer. Guys, thank you so much for being a part of my tribe, being a part of my morning. Go anchor yourself to something great. Go have some practice sessions and challenge yourself through tough adversity so that when it comes to the real world, you're ready for that. Because if we're chopping down cherry trees, sharpen your axe first. Any other thoughts, comments, questions, ahas, takeaways before I kick you out of here?
I'll be in San Diego today till the rest of the week.
There we go.
Nice.
Fabby's gonna meet up with you guys. We're gonna go to lunch.
Yeah.
They guys collab on doing like an open house or some kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I can mark it off as a business expense.
Totally.
It is totally business expense. Believe it or not, on the way home up to Phoenix today, I was watching or listening to a YouTube video on money laundering. I don't know why, but my brain was just fascinated around it today, just trying to figure it out.
Side hustle or what?
Girl, my life is a side hustle.